Justin Bieber just confirmed the one thing his fans have feared for years. His marriage is transactional. On December 17, 2025, the pop star took to his Instagram story to post a blurry emotional self-portrait with a caption that sent the internet into a tailspin. He wrote that he is tired of transactional relationships and stated that if he has to do something to be loved, that is not real love. This raw confession comes at the exact moment the world was expecting a celebratory rollout for his new album, titled Swag. For years, the public narrative has been that Justin and Hailey Bieber are the ultimate young power couple, surviving health scares and industry pressure to build a quiet life with their son, Jack Blues. But today, that image is crumbling under the weight of Justin's own words and a trail of financial receipts that suggest their bond might be more about business than a happily ever after. We are going to answer the three biggest questions surrounding this fallout. First, what was the specific breaking point that led to the December 17th post? Second, why is the Bieber PR machine frantically pivoting to album hype instead of addressing the marital crisis? And third, how do Justin's $200 million catalog sale and Hailey's Rhode empire prove that their lives are more legally and financially entangled than they are emotionally? To get to the bottom of this, we mapped out the timeline of their 2025 interactions, consulted with celebrity brand strategists, and looked at the cold, hard filings behind their massive business deals. Our team has pulled the registration documents and the corporate filings that show a husband and wife moving in completely different directions, despite the perfect family photos they post for the cameras. Before we get to the cryptic post that changed everything, we have to look at the money, because in Hollywood, the math usually explains the motive. In early 2025, industry analysts were baffled when Justin finalized the sale of his entire music publishing and recorded music catalog to Hypnosis Songs Capital for an estimated $200 million. Per a report from Forbes on February 12, 2025, this was one of the largest rights deals for any artist under the age of 70. On the surface, it looked like a smart retirement move for a young father. However, entertainment lawyers have pointed out a darker reality. According to a legal analysis shared by Billboard on March 5, 2025, a massive cash out like this is often a strategic step in high-stakes divorces. By turning a complex, long-term royalty stream into a single liquid asset, it becomes much easier to divide or protect in a settlement. While Justin was liquidating his past, Hailey was aggressively expanding her future. Throughout 2025, her beauty brand Rhode reported record-breaking profits, with Vogue Business noting on July 10, 2025, that the company was on track for a billion-dollar valuation. This created a massive wealth gap and a power shift within the marriage. Justin's music career had been largely dormant for 4 years, while Hailey became the primary breadwinner and the face of the Bieber brand. This financial decoupling set the stage for a relationship where the only thing keeping them together was the shared Bieber trademark. If the marriage was truly about love, why was Justin selling off his legacy while Hailey was building a wall of corporate protection around hers? A top PR strategist we consulted noted that when one partner is liquidating and the other is scaling, it is usually a sign that the entity of the couple is being prepared for a clean break. At the 3-minute mark of this timeline, we hit the most shocking development, the December 17 meltdown that stripped away the PR mask. While the couple's joint Instagram account had been posting curated photos of baby Jack Blues as recently as last week, the reality behind the scenes was far from domestic bliss. Per the Nightly on December 17, 2025, Justin's post about transactional love wasn't a mistake or a hacked account, it was a targeted strike. When he said that having to do something to be loved isn't love, he was echoing a sentiment that has followed this couple since their courthouse wedding in 2018. For years, critics have claimed that Hailey was less of a wife and more of a manager or a cleaner for Justin's public image. According to an insider quote published by Entertainment Tonight on December 15, 2025, tension had been building over the requirements for the Swag album rollout. The report suggests that Hailey and the management team had been pushing Justin to maintain a perfect family aesthetic to help rehabilitate his image for the upcoming tour. This pressure to perform the role of a happy husband in exchange exchange for career support is exactly what Justin seems to be rebelling against. He isn't just tired of the industry, he's tired of the person he has to come home to. The receipt here is the stark contrast between his emotional plea and the calculated silence from Hailey's camp. While Justin was crying out for help on social media, Hailey was spotted in Beverly Hills at a business lunch for Rhode, seemingly unbothered. This disconnect is the reality that their expectation of their marriage can no longer hide. But if the marriage is in such a dark place, why are we seeing so much content of them together with their son? This is the Baby Jack shield, a classic Hollywood PR tactic designed to buy time. Throughout late 2025, whenever divorce rumors gained too much traction, a new set of paparazzi photos would conveniently appear. According to a Daily Mail report on November 20th, 2025, the couple was seen looking closer than ever at a park in Santa Barbara. However, body language experts cited in the same article noted that the couple rarely made eye contact and stayed focused entirely on the child. This uses the innocence of a baby to make any critic look like a villain for questioning the parent's stability. The payout here is simple. They're using their child to protect the 2025 album launch. The Swag album is Justin's first major release in years, and the stakes are astronomical. Per Variety on December 1st, 2025, the marketing budget for this record is estimated over $15 million. If the lead singer of a comeback album is embroiled in a messy, transactional divorce, the tour sponsors and investors lose confidence. This is why Hailey has remained silent, and why Justin's post was likely met with immediate internal panic. They need the Biebers to exist as a brand for at least 6 more months to ensure the album doesn't flop. We've seen this before with high-profile music couples who wait until the tour wrap-up to announce a split, ensuring that the fans have already spent their money on tickets and merchandise before the image of the happy home is officially retired. Beyond the immediate PR shield, there's the issue of Justin's inner circle, which has become increasingly crowded with business managers and brand specialists rather than friends. Per a Rolling Stone investigation on November 5th, 2025, Justin's daily schedule is managed down to the minute by a team that includes several of Hailey's close business associates. This creates an environment where Justin feels like he is a product being maintained rather than a human being being loved. The expert lens of a celebrity therapist suggests that when an artist's personal life is entirely integrated with their professional management, they begin to view every interaction as a negotiation. This explains Justin's specific use of the word transactional in his December 17th post. He isn't just talking about his marriage, he's talking about the entire ecosystem built around his fame. On October 22nd, 2025, a leaked email allegedly from Justin's camp surfaced on a popular blind item site, suggesting that he had requested a temporary separation from both his management and his wife, only to be told that such a move would be a breach of contract for several upcoming brand deals. If Justin is literally contractually obligated to be a husband, his frustration makes perfect sense. This is no longer a relationship, it's a corporate merger that he can't find the exit for. Adding to the tension is the role of the Baldwin family. Per Page 6 on September 30th, 2025, Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, posted and then quickly deleted several cryptic messages asking for prayers for the couple. This happened shortly after Justin was spotted leaving a recording studio in the middle of the night, looking visibly exhausted. The Baldwin family has long been seen as the driving force of the spiritual and traditional narrative of the marriage. They have consistently pushed the idea that the marriage is a sacred bond that must be preserved at all costs. However, insiders claim that this pressure from the extended family has only added to Justin's feeling of being trapped. According to a report from People magazine on October 15, 2025, Justin has been spending more time at a private ranch in Idaho, away from the Los Angeles bubble and the constant surveillance of the Baldwin-Bieber PR machine. The payout here is the realization that Justin is fighting a war on 2 fronts, one against his own management and one against his wife's family, who have a massive financial stake in him staying married. Finally, we have to address the Swag Tour itself. This tour is being marketed as the most intimate look at Justin's life yet, But how intimate can it be when the very foundation of that life is being questioned? Per Billboard on December 12, 2025, ticket prices for the tour are some of the highest in Justin's career, with VIP packages costing upwards of $5,000. These packages reportedly include exclusive family insights and behind-the-scenes content featuring both Justin and Hailey. This is the ultimate proof of the transactional nature Justin is complaining about. His personal intimacy is being sold as a premium product to his fans. If the marriage is a lie, then these VIP packages are a fraud. The pressure to keep up this charade for a global tour is enough to break anyone, and Justin's December 17th post was the first crack in the dam. The payout here is that the fans are beginning to see through the swag and realize that the person they are rooting for is actually crying out for an exit. This brings us to the ultimate question of whether this is all just a clever marketing stunt for the new album. Some skeptics argue that Justin is simply playing into the tortured artist trope to sell his new music. However, the evidence points toward a much more painful truth. Justin's history with mental health and his public struggles with the pressures of fame make this particular outburst feel far too real to be a script. According to a Rolling Stone feature on the making of the album published on December 10, 2025, Justin insisted on writing lyrics that were uncomfortably honest about his feeling of isolation. If the album's swag is meant to be a celebration of his return, his recent behavior suggests it's actually a goodbye to the version of himself that everyone else created. We have seen this pattern before with stars who reach a breaking point and realize that everyone in their inner circle is on the payroll. When every "I love you" is followed by a contract update or a social media strategy meeting, the love becomes a transaction. Justin's December 17th post was his way of telling the world that he's done paying the price. In summary, the transition from Justin Bieber, the pop idol, to Justin Bieber, the husband, has been defined by a series of high-stakes business moves that have left his personal life in ruins. We've seen the $200 million catalog liquidation, the rise of Hailey's independent empire, the strategic use of Baby Jack for PR cover, and finally, the heartbreaking admission that his primary relationship feels like a business deal. The transactional nature of their marriage isn't just a rumor anymore, it's the core of the drama that is currently threatening to overshadow his biggest career comeback. The insider takeaway here is that in Hollywood, when the money gets settled, the truth gets told. Justin has secured his fortune through his catalog sale, and now he is finally finding his voice, even if it means tearing down the house he and Hailey built. He is no longer the kid who needs a manager to tell him how to feel. He is a man who is realizing that his name is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and he wants his soul back. This is only the beginning of what looks to be the most expensive and public celebrity split of the decade. To understand how this fits into the larger playbook of celebrity PR and why other stars are currently following the same unhappy marriage strategy to boost their numbers, you need to see what else we've uncovered. Watching this unfold in real time is one thing, but seeing the patterns across the industry is another. You absolutely have to check out the Fresh Celebrity playlist to see the bigger picture of how these perfect couples are actually managed. The rabbit hole goes much deeper than one Instagram post, and the playlist is your essential guide to the next chapter of this Hollywood fallout.